Good morning. Happy Wellness Day. We are so glad that you're a part of it and enjoying all the segments and everything that we have for you today. We are pleased to be reporting live from Costa Rica, Diana Stobo. She's a health advocate and best-selling author and opened the Retreat Costa Rica to help coach guests back to health. She's not only owns the retreat, but she's a celebrity chef, like I said, a best-selling author, health and wellness coach, and founder and owner of the Retreat Costa Rica. And Diana wasn't always a healthcare advocate, but she knows well the challenging journey that she had, that optimal health and wellness is important. And she found her way to share her wisdom with others in a similar path. Now an innovator in the global wellness industry, self-proclaimed spa junkie and diva detox. Her passion for helping people heal themselves is rooted in her past struggles with physical challenges that traditional medicine failed to offer permanent solutions. She was battling multiple conditions while raising her three children, and she decided to take control of her health and well being. And she researched different avenues around the world until she educated herself enough through a combination of nutrition, detoxification, exercise, meditation. She turned her health. She lost 100 pounds and became a passionate advocate for helping other people firsthand. Now tapping into her own power and desire to change completely to transform her life. She believes everyone that comes to her retreat is coming to heal in some way. They may not know it at the time, but as soon as they step foot through the property, the crystal mountains, they begin the magic. It brings to the surface what we need and see, feel, and release. It's a place to surrender. So we're happy to share Diana with you today. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Diana Stobo from the Retreat Costa Rica. I started this beautiful hotel retreat about 6 years ago after I created a life of transformation for myself. What is transformation is a good question. It's anything that you no longer want or doesn't serve you, transforming into something that does. For me, I was very, very ill for a long time. I was precancerous. I had thyroid issues. I had pain all over my body. It was very difficult for me to function. I was stressed. Life seemed difficult on so many levels. And what I did is I started going to retreats like the one that I built here. I started going to spas and learning, taking tidbits with me of information. And I found that when I was in the spa, in a retreat center, it was very easy for me in that nurturing environment to take care of me. There weren't phone calls, there weren't children screaming, there weren't demands from partners, husbands, friends, daily routines that were probably overly stressed, overly worked at the time. It's something that we all do, right? On a daily basis, as we really fulfill our lives with so much that we don't even realize that we're sitting in an environment that isn't necessarily healthy for us, living in it. So when I would go to these spas, I would sit in a place where time stood still. I was able to breathe, meditate, and I don't mean sitting in meditation, but just having 10 minutes of silence to myself, for my brain to shut off, for me to just relax. And I thought, how can I take that home with me? How can I bring that kind of environment home with me? Not so easy, but little by little, over time, getting used to what it felt like to be at peace. I started recreating my home, cleaning out closets, cleaning out, dusty areas. Not that my house was a mess, but just finding spaces that were pure and clean and cared for that didn't seem to need a lot of work. Have you ever sat in your living room and you see something over there and you're like, oh, I gotta get up and I gotta go clean it and take care of it? It's obviously not an environment that is conducive to relaxing the mind. Can you hear all the birds? Welcome to Costa Rica. Environment is super important in transformation. It provides a platform for you to surrender, really, to create a place in space in your mind, in your body, to relax. That is the foundation for the next two steps. Food for transformation. So I always say that there's a circle of life. We've got, imagine there's a pie shape, that's not exactly a circle, imagine there's a pie-shaped circle, and each one of these pieces of pie, you want to cut it into 10, 12 pieces, whatever you want, 13, 16, 18, whatever it is, how many pieces of pie that your life is consistent of, and you look at each part of your life. Let's say it's career, family, love, romance, maybe family with children at home, home environment, exercise, religion, spirituality. Each pie, you fill that up. And if you have time, just do that right now on a piece of paper. Make a pie and create each one, and look at them and give each one of them a value, how fulfilled you are. From 1 to 10. So 0 would be the center of the pie, and the outside would be a 10. And look at each one and color it in. If your spirituality is lacking and maybe you feel like that's something that you want to work on, then give it a 5. If it's something that, if family, if you feel like you're not spending enough time with family, but you feel pretty content, give it an 8. And kind of look at this pie shape, fill in exercise, fill in nutrition, fill in all these things, and give it a value, and recognize the places that you're really fulfilled at a 9 or a 10 probably don't need a lot of energy. But the ones that are at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 could use a little love and care, right? Okay. It's a really good way to look at where you are. If you have this wheel spinning now, and you think about you want to change, you want to make some change in your life, and this thing is going around and around, there are several ways to ignite transformation. Changing 1 or 2 or 5 of these pie shapes, right? Okay, now you're in this great environment. The most important piece is what you consume inside your body. Every bite you take becomes part of your cellular structure. Food is essential in transformation. You cannot deny it. And it's also the one thing in life that you can control. You can't control your environment, right? We can set it up, we can make it pretty, we can make it clean, but there's really no guarantee that it's going to not be infected with bugs, or a dog might come running in, or somebody messed it up, or there's a loud noise, or these are outside things that we can't control. But everything that you put in your mouth, everything that you put in your body is something you can control. So what happens when that food enters your body? It starts to either heal or damage, depending on the food. I always say, if you want to start transformation right away, first and foremost, drink a green juice every day. Igniting all that pure vegetable juice into your body will start the wheels moving in the right direction. And so here you are on this thing, and you ignite greens, and you ignite fruits, and you ignite fresh herbs and spices and things like that. Your body starts to become fresh herbs and spices, green. And what happens is once you infect the food inside your body, you affect the lymphatic system, you affect the skin, the bones, the mind, the intellect, your happiness. It really does change over time. Now, I know a lot of you probably have gone to do detoxes, or have eaten healthy, or have really paid attention to the foods that you've eaten. And I doubt that one of you can say that you didn't feel amazing after 3 days. Amazing. I say 3 days because the first day, you definitely feel better when you wake up the next morning. First day is kind of like a no-brainer. Second day, you start to feel hungry and you realize that you're missing a lot of the regular foods that you put in your body. And day 3, you might even have a little bit of a detox symptom, but you wake up on morning of day 4 and you're like, wow, I feel like a whole new person. I mean, I don't have puffiness under my eyes. My bloating's gone down. My head is clear. And you start to feel better. Now imagine long term. If in 3 days you can change and ignite transformation in your body, your mind, imagine what happens after 10 days, what happens after 21 days, what happens after 5 months, what happens after 5 years. You are literally changing the cellular structure of your body. When I did raw food years ago, I was a raw food vegan for 2.5 years. I'm not anymore. I did this because I needed to heal myself, and I did. I healed myself of thyroiditis. I healed myself of gastritis, all my endocrine system, my reproductive system, everything was changed. And there was a scientific study done where someone said, if you eat raw food for 2 years, you actually can change the DNA strands. And I thought, well, I don't know how that works, but I felt it. I felt younger, more vibrant, more alive. But what happened after the eating is everything else followed. I had more energy to work out. I had plans everything was based on what I was going to consume, which is when I started writing my books, because I became obsessed with feeling good. And that's when lifestyle becomes part of your transformation. Lifestyle is something that, what I call homeostasis, okay? Once you get from where you were to where you want to be, that you want to maintain this homeostasis, right? Homeostasis for me looked like getting up in the morning and having a beautiful smoothie that ignited my energy, made me feel good, which turned into a workout and some yoga and a beautiful day of taking care of myself and planning a wonderful meal, calmly thinking through work issues, being a better person in relationship, sleeping better, taking care of myself in more natural ways. This is what I call homeostasis. Homeostasis for me is what lifestyle is. How you choose to live your life is how your base is. And you want to create base so that you feel good on a regular basis, right? You want to feel good continuously. So what happens when you're feeling good and your lifestyle is fantastic and something changes? Like, I don't know, you have a party and you go drinking for the night. So imagine your life is like this, and all of a sudden you go drinking for the night, you go whoop, and you go right back down to homeostasis. You just forgive it and go back to your lifestyle, right? Or you find yourself not sleeping for a few days and you go whoop, and you go right back to your lifestyle. Once you create a base lifestyle of health and wellness for yourself, then it's easy to find. It's easy to grab and continue, right? It's when we don't know what that looks like that's really hard. So here you are in this life over here. You're overwhelmed, you're stressed, you're overweight, your relationships aren't great, you feel anxiety, you feel depression. Whatever it is that's going on over here for you, first, set your environment. Then start consuming really healthy, delicious, good foods. Foods that make you feel alive, okay? And I don't really care what that is for you because everybody's body is different. But I will tell you that one green juice a day will ignite a lot in you. Fresh foods, fresh herbs, fresh spices, fresh food, period. Okay, so that continues, and then that becomes part of your lifestyle. And so here you have where you were to where you want to be. This is transformation. This is what we're all trying to achieve. And just because you're here in this wonderful place, it doesn't mean that you might not have a fallback, or, go backwards a little bit and get a little uncomfortable and have stress in your life that has changed the way you feel, a death in the family, a divorce maybe. We don't know, losing your job. There's a lot of reasons why we can fall back into old patterns and old habits, right? But now you know how to do it, because you first set the tone, create an environment for healthy living, right? Then you start eating the foods that support that lifestyle. You start supporting your body, your cells, so that your cells start to regenerate and renew. Change the DNA, change your body, change your mind, change your skin, change your hair, change your outlook on life. All that comes from what you eat. You are literally what you eat on so many levels. It's almost frightening, right? And then you create homeostasis. You find a lifestyle that you can maintain long term. High energy, high vibration, positivity, calm, relaxed, healthy, for you, for your family, for everyone around you. Anyway, thank you so much for listening to me. I hope this helps, and happy Global Wellness Day. Bye.